Hello guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. It's the Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. Please subscribe to my channel for regular Chelsea updates. Guys, let's jump right in. Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. I believe it's the fourth or fifth round of the FA Cup. The reality is it doesn't matter what round it is. We are Chelsea and we expect to be progressing to the later rounds of any tournament that we're in. And this game, guys, this game is a game that we should have won. This game is a game that we should have won. We should have put this game to bed in the first half. Guys, nothing that Pochettino can do. There's nothing more that he could have done this game. He coached. He had a brilliant game plan, right? I mean, we were playing on 3 days rest versus a team, an Aston Villa team that was playing on 12 days rest. And so normally you would have thought that we would have sat back and tried to save our legs, but in reality, the opposite is what we did. We came at them, we blitzed them early and often in the first half, and we should have been rewarded with at least 2, if not 3 goals. I mean, let's be honest. We had at least, the chance. Nani should have scored after Palmer put him through on goal. Just compose yourself and finish the ball on your stronger left foot. That should be a goal, Nani. Then Palmer, like you've done everything right. You've won the ball. All you gotta do is just, again, compose yourself and finish the goal, right? And you just didn't do it. And I believe you. So that was actually twice, because a similar thing happened again in the second half. In the second half, Palmer. So you had 2 chances that you should have scored, and you scored none. Raheem ran his socks off. In fairness, all the guys played well. I mean, apart from finishing the chance, they played well. The lineup that Pochettino went with is the lineup I was hoping was pretty much the lineup that I was hoping that he would go with, especially the selection of Cole Palmer over Amanda Breyer at center forward role. That was, I mean, that for me, that's a no-brainer. When we playing against a tough, difficult team, and we don't have Jackson, the much maligned Jackson that a lot of fans just like to criticize. I mean, I hope it's beginning to dawn on you guys right now the type of work that Jackson has been just quietly putting in work for us, and putting himself in those situations to score those so-called easy goals. And ever since he's gone away to Ivory Coast for the Nations Cup, all those tap-ins have surprisingly dried up. No more tap-ins, right? No more tap-ins, because our tap-in merchant who scores the quote-unquote easy goals is not here. Broya has not been able to get anywhere near sniffing a goal unless he's playing against League One team, or North Preston or something. North End Preston, I don't even know. Right? So, yeah, I mean, that has been our problem. Our problem has been finishing. It's not Pochettino. I mean, Pochettino can arrange everything. Defensively, we played well enough to get the win. Kudos, massive kudos to Petrovic. Wow. That's all I got to say is Petrovic, wow. I mean, that save. Ooh, that was a world-class save, man. For real, Petrovic. I always saw you as a good goalie, but that save right there, that was crazy. That was to deny Matty Cash. I believe it was Matty Cash that had that wicked. I mean, that ball was heading into the corner, right? And you made the save, and we are grateful, because that's the only reason. Given that our forwards were not able to find a way to score, the only reason that we haven't a chance to play a replay in this FA Cup is due to the save that Petrovic made for us. So yeah, overall we had a good game. Enzo was one of our best players. I mean, for me, actually, I think Enzo was our best performer on the day. Now, and obviously, as you can imagine, Enzo ran out of gas. Our guys were, they played just 3 days ago, and they went all out, high energy. I don't know where our guys found the extra level of energy. And, as you can imagine, Aston Villa just, they could not play out of their half. They just had a resort to the long balls. Eventually they had to basically just start going long. And what actually helped them wasn't the fact that they went long, but it was the fact that as time wore on, that our legs, because you cannot keep up the intensity of that kind of press, that kind of energy that our guys, Nani, Raheem Sterling, Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Gallagher ran like a dog. Gallagher just, whoo, I don't know where Gallagher gets the energy from. I mean, I just even get tired watching him run, And as I mentioned, at some point in time, these are human beings. They just played 3 days ago a must-win game under pressure. That, yeah, now granted the game was pretty much over at halftime, but I mean that still took energy out of them, and so we're always going to kind of, our legs were going to run a little bit low on energy as the game wore on, and I'm pretty much, y'all could tell, I think the last 20 minutes of the game, our guys were just about done. And that's when Aston Villa was able to basically take over the game, right? It wasn't their long ball tactics or whatever. Just that our guys, just at that point, they were like, okay, unless, these guys make an error or something, we're just going to try and hold on to this goalless draw. If there's any fault that I will put on Pochettino's plate, is that first sub. That sub, Alfie Gilchrist. Alfie Gilchrist, that young man, take a bow. I finally seen you as a proper Chelsea. Like watching you play made me be proud as a Chelsea fan. Alfie Gilchrist, that was a nice, wonderful performance by Gilchrist, and he was growing in confidence as the game was progressing. Subbing out Gilchrist after, I believe, 61, 62, 63 minutes, that was not the move to make. Pochettino, you don't take the young man out when he's just picking up. He was beginning to feel the pace of the game, the open spots. He was seeing the game much better at that point in time. That's when you leave him in the game, and his overall pace, his physicality, his hunger, zeal against Aston Villa. That's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what, I know he wasn't originally part of the original plan, but as I say, sometimes the plan changes, and he was one of our best players. 18-year-old Alfie Gilchrist was one of our best players as the game went on, and never should have been subbed out of that game. If you're gonna sub him out, maybe it could have been maybe the last 10 minutes. But Alfie should have been left on the field for me, right? And that leads me to my point number 2 in terms of what also cost us in terms of at least winning this game, is the fact that none of our subs gave us that lift that we needed. It seemed like as the more we made subs, the worse our team got. Not necessarily worse, but like the less intense, right? I mean, Broya gave us nothing. Ben, Chilwell, did his best. But personally, I wouldn't have played Chilwell in this game regardless of the outcome. I would not have brought Chilwell on, right? I would not have brought Chilwell on. So I'm not even going to lay anything on Chilwell's foot. But Mikhailo, Mudryk, guy now, I mean, give us something. Mudryk, the thing with Mudryk is sometimes he comes to these games and he's just daydreaming. Like, this guy doesn't understand the situation. You know, he's wearing this shirt, but doesn't understand where we are in terms of a club and what we expect, and like the desperation of the situation. And that is where he has talent. You know, people, he's a flop. No, he's not a flop. He has a lot of talent, but what he's lacking is here: confidence, mental strength to understand what's needed, what has to be done. I mean, these are things that he has to work on. I mean, there's only but so much coaching staff can give you. They can give you the physical workload, the training and whatnot, but mental, Mudrik, you have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out. Get your brain, get your mind. It doesn't matter where you're coming off the bench. When you come off the bench, you have to come in and flying at 500 miles an hour, coming off the bench. And that's how the coach will feel like, okay, I can actually have some faith in you to really start this game. And that's how a player like Nani, and before Nani, Palmer won their playing time, won the confidence of Pochettino. So Mudrik, please, we need more, guys. That's all I have for today. Our next game is on Wednesday at Anfield against Liverpool, who's not going to have Klopp next season. So they're going to be waiting for us, especially after we use them to wipe the floor in the transfer market and robbing them of not only Caicedo but also Lavia. So they're going to be waiting for us. The Boo Boys are going to be out, and so our guys are going to need to be ready for Wednesday. We have to go out there. We have to get something out of that game. Guys, how do you feel about today's result? I know at least we didn't lose the game. I mean, it's not what we wanted to win. But if you're in FA Cup, if you're not winning, take it, kick that can down the street, aka replay at Villa Park, and hopefully we can go there and finish the job and move on to the next level. Guys, subscribe to my channel, share this video, comment below. God bless you all. Peace.